Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I was having a session the other day with a client, and we were finally getting in, like that layer, that concrete layer, or in their case, steel layer. We were getting down to the nitty gritty, right? And they were like, well, I'm going to have one more conversation, with my father. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm going to have one last big conversation. I'm going to sit them down and, really let them know. And I was like, so how many times are you going to repeat this process? And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, first off, have I taught you nothing with my experience? There's only so much you can say to a person. And second of all, when are you going to stop punishing yourself? When we have conversations with people and we let them know, hey, this is what happened, this is what you did, this is what I felt, and they no longer do anything to fix, correct, or be better, that's them telling you they don't possess the ability or the capability to care. Like, they don't. They're not going to do anything to change. They're not going to do anything to correct the relationship. So why do that to yourself? Why continuously put yourself in a position to put someone else in a position to consistently fail you? Why do that to them, and why do that to yourself? Don't put yourself and don't put someone else in a position where they're going to fail you. That's not fair to either one of you. It's not fair. It's not right. And it's not the better way of doing things. You have to take people for where they are. They can only meet you where they have met themselves. And if they are not in a spot where they're going to fix and correct and change, no amount of talking is going to change that. It's not. And they were like, you're right. Yeah, I was like, let me show you by I've already lived it so that you don't have to. We can only say and talk and explain so much. They're not going to get it. They're not going to understand. Otherwise, they would have already done things and said things and put things in motion to make it better. But they didn't. And if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to fix and correct the relationship, they would. And I mean, this person's parent has a lot to make up for, and they're not going to. There's a lot of abandonment issues. There's a lot of neglect. And my client, was like, they're even that way for my kid. They don't have a relationship with their kid. Their kid's kid. So their grandchild. They don't have a relationship with their grandchild. And their grandchild is getting older. But the grandchild wants nothing to do with the grandfather. Because he's already shown, and he's taken some words and used them around the child to where the child doesn't want to be around the grandparent anymore. Like, there's no relationship, and I don't feel like there's going to be a correction to make it better. They're going to continue doing what they do because it has gotten them this far, and they see nothing wrong with it. So actions and words have to match. That's what creates a pattern. If your actions and words don't match, that creates an unhealthy, negative, toxic pattern. If your words and actions do match, that creates a healthy, moving forward, positive pattern. And that's what we're wanting to do. We want betterment. We want to move forward, not take steps back. Now, if you want to take a step back so you can see and figure things out to move forward, that's different. There's a difference. So keep that in mind. We deserve better. They deserve better. Stop putting yourself in positions where you or the other person are just continuously going to fail. We deserve better. Love y'all.